for Dahlin and Larson a go tonight?
So we've got a couple of bodies out on the ice right now, and I would love to be able to tell you the roster, but I have to be honest that we're still assessing. We also have, we're dealing not only with some light injuries, we're also dealing with some sickness in the room right now, and we are evaluating as I stand here. So the way the roster is going to finally play out, we won't be able to let you know. We will let you know as soon as we have it, even if it's earlier in the afternoon or something, but obviously by the latest early this evening. And Carter Hutton starting tonight in goal, and that I can tell you.
How difficult as a coach when you get these games with guys with flu, you're trying to make a plan against an opponent in flux the morning of the game, how tough an adjustment is that?
Yeah, it's really important that you stay focused on the job. And the good thing about our roster is the guys are used to playing with different bodies. We've really, since the injuries began, even back to Sabatka leaving, we've had a lot of changes in our lineups from game to game, and the guys have done really well with that. So we're going to adapt. There's a high chance we might end up falling then to 11-7 because of the forward situation, but we'll still take a look at that. So we also have that option, but again, 2 defensemen are being assessed right now, so it might fall back to 6-12, which would necessitate calling somebody up. We've haven't made any decisions there yet. We haven't made any moves yet, but we will let you know. We're working on that in the next couple hours, and it's a challenge, but I think it's one that really brings us into focus, and we just need to concentrate on the things we can do. We have a lot of respect. We're prepared for Colorado. We know what's coming at us here, and whoever and whatever the lineup is, it's going to be about our game.
When you're a player like Brandon Montour and you get hurt in training camp and early, and you miss a month or whatever you miss, what's the challenge of coming back with a new coaching staff and everything's kind of new?
Yeah, I think what was really, really good is that all the players, also the injured ones, also the players from Rochester that were injured, everybody was involved in all our meetings in the first 3 weeks. There was so much information that flowed in that time period to give people a feeling for the language here, for the style of play, for the habits that we're expecting. What is our measurement of excellence? What is that? They know that. So even though he wasn't playing, he was more even actively possibly involved in meetings, and Steve Smith spent time with him studying the game and what we're doing. So when he came into play, we thought it was really simple and smooth. The big thing is not to forget about the injured players. It's really easy to just walk by them every day in the meal room or in the locker room and just say hi and goodbye. And what we're trying to do is stay on the job and keep coaching even when players are injured, so that their reintegration goes quickly. And that's been where where the supporting coaches have done a really good job.
What kind of groove has he found recently? You've been playing him more than ever. Just what's working with Brandon, I guess?
More than anything, his confidence of what to do when we don't have the puck, I think is then feeding into what he's doing with the puck. It's when you have the skating ability of a Brandon Montour, your opposition should have no time and no space. And thought earlier on that was an area he needed to improve on, and he has. He's really embraced the aggressive pressure we'd like to put, and he will be a leader in that category for us for a long time. And then what he can add on the offense is just how dynamic he is and unpredictable once he gets moving. So we love that combination.
Rouse, you talked about your team, the game being about your team. At times we've seen it seemed like the team's playing to the level of the opposition more than you'd like. How, as an athlete, do you get guys to avoid that tendency to be ready for a top team and not be so ready when it's a team lower to stand?
Yeah, that's definitely been off and on a mental lapse in our season, where if you look, quite frustratingly, we had some of our better games against Tampa Bay and Boston this year, but we have no wins against them. So it's taking those games into games with teams that have less power is what you're speaking about. And I think that it's just about being consistent within our game. You know, we will drift for different reasons: the pace of the league, the back-to-back situations, the compressed weeks here and there will take your mind out of where you need to be. You know, and we're just continuing to work on that as a group, on finding the right pathways into the game from this morning right into the puck drop. What are you doing to get yourself into a space of, preparation where you see the team game as the fundamental habit that you have to have every day, and then you bring your individual skill and genius within that framework. And I think Jack Eichel's been an outstanding example of somebody who's found a path to do that, to play the team game and then use his ability when the spaces occur. And that balance is something we need to find as a team on a consistent basis. But we're working on it daily, and we're optimistic we'll get there.
Ralph, what do you see in Colorado? Just what are they going to bring tonight? What do you just give us a breakdown of the Avalanche?
Fast. They have a lot of speed. They are extremely aggressive, in their defense, but offensively they're attacking, with 4+ all the time. Very, very dynamic game. And they like to play on their toes. We like to play on our toes. It's going to be a really good game tonight.
Ralph, what if anything is missing still from Jeff Skinner's game?
Yeah, I think what he definitely had a setback with the injury. First of all, we really I spoke to you a lot that in the games leading up to the injury, he was really finding his groove. Lots of scoring chances, lots of shots. And the goals were just going to come, and then he had that setback. And I think right now, just getting back to where we were there, I thought it's normal coming off a long injury. After a couple of games, you might have a little bit of a dip, and we're also working hard together with Jeff to get him back into that space. The pressure of scoring is so big on him, and he needs to park that and just create chances again and get involved in our game 5-on-5, and the chances will follow. And he wants to add, and he feels that pressure because we aren't scoring as a team right now. And we need to just get him back focused on doing all the other things and have that be a byproduct of his game.
Ralph, Henry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Henry Jokiharju's first year here in
Yes.
Buffalo, but his growth in his game and his reliability has been kind of going off the charts. Just your thoughts on the growth of his game and just the impact that he has on your roster.
I think the big thing is what happened. Everybody has I've spoken about this before, that winning the World Championship as a European player is, especially with a country like Finland, is an unbelievable experience as being one of the top 6 defensemen. And the World Championships kind of go under because of the Stanley Cups being on here in North America. But in Europe, they really mean a lot, especially to those countries that are chasing the big boys. Like Sweden, Russia, Czech, USA and Canada. So for the Finns, that was a big win. And I thought from there, when we communicated and everything that happened in his mind through the summer, his confidence was really high coming in here. And then he just works so hard at everything he does. And he's a very, very coachable player. He embraced the way we want to play here when we speak about gapping and we speak about solving pressure in our end. Both of those components he's outstanding at, and that's why he's an excellent fit to where we're going with this hockey here in Buffalo and the Sabres hockey of the future. He's going to be an important piece.